The first show felt like we were rushing, and the second show felt like we were the opposite.
Yeah.
The first show, you're just getting like a feel for everything. Yeah. It's new people in the room. So, all right. Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is John Holzer, and as always, I'm joined by
Jason Harris
and Greg Nagel.
And we're joined once again by Kip and Brian from Los Angeles Ale Works.
Hey, what's going on?
Hashtag follow the law.
Follow the law. The L.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
And we're going to open a Brute.
Brett?
You get a Brett from Los Angeles Ale Works. This is a 6.2% Brute IPA called LA Phil 100.
I thought it was La Phil 100.
La Phil?
No, LA Phil. It's actually a celebration of the LA Philharmonic's 100-year anniversary.
I actually saw that the dude made it out to help brew it and was there like a canning day. I was like,
so
that's how you roll.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was one of the trumpet players from the Philharmonic and then one of the trombone players. And I'm a trombone player, so they actually brought a tuxedo out to the brew day, and I got to wear a tuxedo. We got to play to the fermenter as it was fermenting. It was pretty neat.
That's
pretty
cool,
geeky.
Ever do a rusty trombone?
No. I'm definitely aware of what that is.
I was waiting for it. Okay.
Yeah.
I played the trombone.
I saw the LA Phil once, but they were playing with a rock band, so I don't think I'm cultured or anything.
Which band?
It's not really a rock. It's with
LaPhil Collins?
With Sigur Rós.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty amazing.
It's cool. Like they're one of the most modern Philharmonic groups, like I think probably in the world. Like their focus is really to bring new people in. So there's a lot of parallels to craft beer, and they're doing a lot of they're trying to break down the walls of like you need to be a super rich person in order to enjoy the Philharmonic. So they want to appeal to a lot more younger people. And anyway, so to celebrate their 100-year anniversary, they're focusing on different makers in LA, and so we're the beer maker that they decided to collaborate with, and we made
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's a good get.
Yeah, so the beer is on sale at the Disney Concert Hall, which is also on the can. We have a kind of a cool design that they put together.
Okay,
yeah,
cool art. Yeah,
that's a really bizarre looking, cool building.
Yeah, and like there's all this like label technology that's available to small brewers now. So in this can, there's like the front layer has been dropped off, so the aluminum of the can shows through, so it looks just like the shiny building.
Cool.
So it's not like a foil print. It's the actual can.
No, yeah, and then so this is the beer for the winter session, and then when they go to the Hollywood Bowl in the spring, we're making a different beer for them. But yeah, this is a brewed IPA. It's super new style. I mean, obviously a lot of people like in the beer world know about it, but still, like this is being sort of marketed to people that are coming into the Phil. So a lot of people don't know what the style is, but they wanted sort of like a beer with like a black tie experience, and they heard about the Champagne Brut IPA sort of thing, and so it's another beer with jasmine rice in it. And then we used Wakatu and Centennial hops because it's the Centennial celebration. And then we also used citrus peel. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Wow. What's it smell like?
Beer.
Smells like a Brett IPA. No, it smells like a nice hoppy. I don't really pick up on the jasmine rice thing.
No, you're not going to smell the jasmine rice.
You're really getting a lot of the Brett.
All the Brett.
Yes.
Like just a big Brett aroma.
It's
super bready.
It's like sweet, malty, but fruity on the nose. It's very mellow. It doesn't like jump out of the glass. Like
I get some dank.
Really?
Super, super dank on my nose. Like
that's the Centennial.
There's a pininess for sure. Like Centennial always has tasted and smelled to me very piney, which everyone else is like, really? You get that from Centennial? But for me, it's
tangerines.
Like, it's straight pine trees is like what I get from Centennial.
Piney and tangerine fruit.
Yeah, the pine's there. The Wakatu has kind of like a lime lemon character, and then the orange peel that we put in it, because we wanted to add a California citrus because they wanted to focus on California. Kind of ends up being, for me, I kind of like it's a melange of like lemon, lime, and orange together.
Okay.
As it warms, you get more of the citrus.
Yeah, it's definitely popping out.
Yeah.
Yeah, lemon, lime, citrus. That's, now that you mention it, I do get that.
But the trademark for a brew, it doesn't have a big bitter finish. There's a lot of hop character, a lot of hop aroma, but it finishes really clean and crisp, which is totally my wheelhouse. This is like my favorite style. This trend is just like, yes, just put it in my mouth.
I've already seen a few brewers stop brewing it. They're like, I'm already over it. Just
cool.
Like, really?
It's weird.
I hope they were over it because it didn't sell, and not just because it was like, you know what, I don't like it now, so we're going back to milds.
Well, I think the marketing of the style, like to people that don't know IPAs, that don't know what the style is a little difficult, because it's now like, you know, what does brute mean? Is it wine? Is it champagne? Like when you
dry.
Yeah, if you say something like juicy IPA or hazy IPA, people are like, I think they innately like know what it means. But brute IPA, I think, requires an extra layer of like description of what it is, and so that might be part of the reason.
You're not using a literal term to describe the beer.
Yeah,
like, juicy is juicy and hazy is hazy. What's brute?
It's not so drastically different than like a West Coast IPA that people are used to. Either that it is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember forever I had this versus, you know, the first time I had whatever West Coast IPA, right? Like, I think it's very much in the vein of West Coast IPA. It just is late hop bursted, which was already becoming kind of a trend in its own, and I think it just kind of got codified under the whole brute banner.
Like, it should just be like West Coast extra dry,
right?
That's really what it is. I mean, it's just a West Coast IPA made the same exact way you would normally make it with amylase enzyme. But
well, is it a West Coast? Because like it's still, as far as I know, the brute style kind of came from the hazy style, where it's like balanced bitterness or even like lower bitterness and more malt sweetness. But it's just like super crystal clear and super dry.
I think what's often overlooked,
right? So it's not. I wouldn't say it's a West Coast,
but some West Coast IPAs right now, like a lot of people are moving into the low bitterness. I mean, so it's like I'm not talking classic West Coast. I'm talking about just like people have been moving into lower bitterness in hazy IPAs and West Coast IPAs, and this is like the next step of less bitter, you know.
I would say hop bursting in general, like late hop and less bittering hop, has been the trend for the last 3 or 4 years. Like more and more people have been really focusing on late hop additions, less bittering, less
crystal malt.
Well, no crystal malt when it was a long time.
Here's the thing though, how many of the Resilience IPAs have you tried around local breweries?
0.
Really? I've done like 5.
Jason's dry January.
Thoughts?
Oh, it's like all of them taste like Sierra Nevada.
I know, it's so crazy. Ours tastes like Sierra Nevada.
I don't know about that. Like I've had, I think 3 different ones, and then the Sierra Nevada one. And when I opened a can of Resilience from Sierra Nevada, I was like, "That's Sierra Nevada." Like
it tastes like Celebration Light.
It's like you can immediately get that, like, you know, whole cone.
All those other ones were fresh, but this one's been in a warehouse for 2 months.
No, it was fresh. it was maybe 3 weeks old. Like,
where did you get a 3-week-old Sierra Nevada can? They don't even have that in the brewery.
Come on, Jason. You're busting my balls here.
They're warehouse aged.
I'm just saying, not the Resilience got out pretty quick.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Good for them.
Did it? I still haven't seen it.
It really did.
How consistent were the breweries that you tried them at? Like the 5.
I did Noble, Green Cheek. I had one at Bottle Logic yesterday. I can't remember the other 2, but they were all really good.
And they all
super
tasted
solid.
super similar.
Yeah. I could be like, this is. Oh yeah, Tustin had one.
When they sent out the thing to all the brewers, they said,
malt.
you know, here's the recipe, and you know, everybody should be brewing this on Giving Tuesday, and you know, don't do anything. Like, this is what you're brewing, and then everybody was like, okay.
So people had hazy versions.
Then,
so they did specify that.
Two days after Giving Tuesday, they were like, as all of you contemplate brewing, you know, this beer, I was like, contemplating? What the heck? I thought we were all brewing this on Giving Tuesday. Like, feel free to make any changes you want. And I was like, oh man, like, because when I was looking at this recipe, I was like, man, that is a lot of crystal malt, and also that is a lot of hops in the boil, and that's a lot of hop. I mean, this is a lot of hops in the hot process of this beer. I'm like, this is going to be really bitter, and it was, and I was like, man, I wish I could have just, you know,
Waited 2 days.
But I mean, you know, it's good. It's just it's bitter.
It's good to have a throwback, man.
You know, seeing it from your perspective, I guess I can see why they modified that to say, brew according to your brewery, basically. Because I thought the whole intent was, here's the recipe, brew it, and you get the different nuances from the breweries that are brewing that same recipe. And
I was on board with that.
So was I.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to, I wanted to do like a whole video where I got like 10 different Resilient IPAs and compared them to
Resilient.
That's why I was asking about Greg, like how consistent were they across the breweries?
They all tasted very similar.
Yeah.
But
they all had that
as long as they're sticking with Sierra Nevada's recipes.
Sure, yeah.
But
most
like
of them
I think Virgin, or maybe it was another one from San Diego, they made a hazy version.
Yeah, Virgin probably.
Well, Beechwood's version Beechwood's version looked straw. I mean, it wasn't red.
Russian Rivers looked straw as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I haven't had either of those, but
I guess I can't diss them.
probably just dropped the crystal.
The whole
still
point
for a
is,
good cause.
They're like, we need caramel malt, and the guy's like, what? Caramel?
Reese is like,
caramel syrup. Oh, here you go.
Caramel malt back there.
Here's your honey biscuit.
Like Brian said, it's all going to charities.
yeah, the point was to make money for
Doesn't
a charity. Like, come on,
Yeah.
do what sells.
Yeah.
Charities
Good
are
stuff,
always
man.
selling out, right? All they care about is money.
So you said that your favorite style right now is, or one of the favorite styles is brewed IPA. Like, what's your thought about this one?
It's really solid. Like it's what I'm looking for, right? Big hop aroma, big hop flavor, but not super challenging. Like I drink a lot of IPA and light lager. That's really what I drink a lot of. And I think brute is kind of like the down the middle of the characteristics of those two styles.
Yeah.
And so it's like
right up
tailor
Jason's alley.
made for what I like.
Yeah.
And you know who else likes IPA and light lager? Everybody in America. Those are like the two most popular styles of beer by a gigantic margin.
That's true.
So there you go.
Yeah, we use the amylase enzyme in the mash. So there's a couple different schools of thought. Like everybody was making this beer based off of that beer, that pro brewer,
Social Kitchen.
Yeah, the pro brewer, thing off the Social Kitchen. Like he had written something, and so like most of the people that were making them had never had one before. And it was kind of funny to go out and see everybody making them and try all these beers and being like, is this what it should taste like? Is this what it should taste like? So we made it with the amylase enzyme. Brian put together the recipe, and because the original one
the other method is adding it to primary.
If you add it to the fermenter, you basically pollute your yeast. So if you're making another beer with it, if you're making another brewed IPA, you can use the yeast again. But if you'd have to like pull your yeast off and everything, because the enzyme stays active for as long as it has time to do stuff. But when we basically get 100% conversion or a mash tun, and then we get a little bit more caramelization in the boil kettle, and then we don't add hops at all until the fermentation is done. But so it's only dry hopped.
You touched upon something that I thought was
strange.
Funny. We talked about in the last episode how the hazy IPA kind of has remained this weird thing that everyone's begrudgingly gotten on with, and a big part of that has been the secrecy, where the brute is the opposite of it.
Sierra Nevada already has one on the shelves right now.
Yeah, the brute was like, the people who made it were like, hey, everybody who wants to make one, here's how you make it, here's the trick. And it spread like wildfire. And the overall quality level of the brute IPA, there's still fucking turds because people still can't make West Coast IPA, right? But the overall quality level of brute IPA is so much higher than the quality bar for hazy IPA. There's a lot of shitty hazy IPA.
I think one of the things for us that's really intriguing about the hazy styles or the brute or even like the milkshake stuff is that there's such new things to put out in the market like the last few years, and especially with the brute, like there wasn't a lot. I mean, there was the article and everybody was feeding off of that, but everyone has since changed from that because there wasn't such a concrete definition that the consumer knew what a brute was, right? So everybody had this kind of blueprint at the beginning, brewed it, maybe theirs turned out too bitter, maybe whatever, they didn't like the aromas, they didn't like how the recipe came together, and then you start to see all of these breweries take the style to where they want to take it, and it's super fun for like recipe formulation, process improvement, that kind of stuff.
I can't wait to see like a lactose brewed IPA.
Right.
So it's like a premier brute IPA with fruit sour.
Yeah.
Like sky's the limit with IPA, dude.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So Jason,
being surprised,
surprised me in the mouth.
we were surprised when we got a letter in our mailbag.
You guys you can participate.
Oh, okay. I was sure.
Yeah, we got a note from Amy. Amy D.
Shout out.
It says, "Keep it up. Hello, my husband and I listen to you guys in the car, and I love your podcast. Love for you guys to do more blind tastings and games. Keep the jokes and digressions coming. Can do. Love the addition of beer pics during the chapters of the podcast. Easier than looking at pics on Instagram or Untapped. Amy." Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
Speaking of that, if you're
husband.
a podcaster and you don't know what Amy's talking about, if you download an app called Forecast, you can add MP3 chapters to your podcast and also put pictures in for each of those chapters. So we put the beers we're drinking in each chapter, and if your podcast app supports MP3
Visual.
chapters, you can see what we're drinking.
Or you can see that on Twitch. When
Or,
watch
yeah,
us
if you watch
live,
the video,
or watch
yeah.
us on YouTube.
But if you like Overcast,
go
for
to
example,
fourbrewers.com/YouTube,
to
find all
see-
of our ooey gooey YouTube content,
And
and
brew
brew the shit out of it.
To get dick pics, you hit us up on Patreon.
So yeah, we're gonna go in blind. And on that note,
Bird Box.
we're gonna bird box this fucking episode. So fill time. I gotta go make beer.
we'll just wait for you to come back.
That's Kip on the trombone.
Oh yeah. What? No. It's a jazz band and like concert band, and I was in the USC marching band.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fight on.
Yeah, fight on.
Even had the USC marching band at our grand opening.
We did, yeah.
That was pretty entertaining.
That's intense.
Yeah. If you're a alumnus of the band, you get like a super crazy discount on having the band play at your whatever function you have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you go out on a lot of those when you were in the band?
Yeah, that was something I did like every summer and every year. But the band plays at like every single type of function, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, like restaurant openings, like they're all over the place, and they use the money that they get for those to pay for all of the travel that the band does. The band always travels with the football team, either the small section or like the whole band. And a lot of people don't know, but I guess the band director, Dr. Bartner, is going out and fundraising for the band, but a lot of that money comes from the gigs that we do during the year.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. Got a lot of one of the craziest gigs I went on was in Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Alumni Association paid for us to come out and play for New Year's, so we got to march in the Hong Kong Chinese New Year parade.
Wow.
And it was like, I've never seen, this made the Thanksgiving Day parade in New York look very small in comparison.
Hazy Bale. No, it's not hazy.
So Jason's back with what appears to be a yellow beer that's got a
Swami's.
medium Swamis
Just I brought 6 Swamis.
and a partridge in a pear.
Oh, you guys don't want yours? Just go ahead and pour it over to me. It's dry January, but I got to do the show, so. So yeah, I tried to go for a bit of a theme. The theme is just classic breweries and beers.
Oh, yeah, this it's kind of like a
Never
straw
seen a glass can
yellow.
before.
It's got some like a haze to it. It's got a nice white fluffy head with different shaped bubbles in it.
Fucking Garrett Oliver.
I can concur. I have different shaped bubbles in mine.
Concur. 2 for 2.
How about you, Kip?
Yep.
Are there more than one bubbles? Is it just one bubble in yours?
Man, one of my
or-
bubble formations looks a little bit like a spider.
Yeah,
the
wow.
eyes in the front of a spider is pretty scary.
On the nose is sort of
Pilsner.
like some Pilsner malt.
Yeah.
You get some super
A little,
classic noble hop,
Little floral.
possibly
It
European.
I get a little bit of a
Possibly.
Euro pills.
skunkiness. A little
So
bit.
the theme again, classic
Maybe.
beers.
Classic breweries and styles.
Classic breweries and
Classic
styles.
breweries and beers, yeah.
Okay.
But it does have some haze to it. So I wonder, A, how old it is, and B, how big the brewery is that brewed it. Because if they're brewing a...
You think Jason's going to buy an old beer?
Well, I mean, you never know if you're going to buy some classic beer on Bevmo or something.
This was this homebrew I brewed a couple years ago. You guys all lose.
Get wrecked.
I trust Jason didn't buy old beer.
No.
I think it's intentionally...
Look, I can't say that it's not old.
Really?
I'm going to give it the metallic
Jason.
test.
I don't know if it has a date on it, to be
Let's do the
honest.
metallic
the-
test. Oh, let's do it.
Nope.
No, I smell beer.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
This is like
It does have a bit of a metallic element to it.
yeah, it's got a penny-ish finish.
It does.
So I will give this
Penny
tip
farthing.
on this one. This is a brewery that you for sure had beer from,
Oh man.
but they probably don't. You probably don't know them for this style.
Oh,
I'm getting over a cold too, so
Oh, here come the excuses.
Womp womp. Well, we've already probably nailed it's European.
That's fair. That's accurate.
Okay,
I thought you said it was a local brewery.
No.
it's classic.
A brewery that I've had before.
So it's a European brewery?
I don't think a Weihenstephaner would be this cloudy or be this shoddy.
So-
metallic.
It's on the bitter side for what it is.
It is actually pretty. It's got a pretty bitter
A brewery that
bite
we
to
that
it.
we know, but not for a pilsnery lager type style.
I mean, I wouldn't put it in the Bitburger category.
Yeah, it's got like a real like kind of interesting, I don't know, wheaty finish. You know,
I mean,
again,
what else
like-
can you buy around Inland Empire though? That's classic and
European. That's
in
what I'm
Euro.
saying. Like, what the hell?
Euro pills. I mean, this
I like
is
your
like
I like your guess of Weihenstephaner just because they're pretty much known for one major style.
yeah, their pills is really clean though. This is
Yeah.
it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
I would even put this in the what's that other brewery that I'm thinking of that brews.
That brews what?
I mean, is this? I would say this is a German pills. I'm not thinking it's a Czech.
Do you guys want
Right?
another
Agreed.
small hint?
Sure.
It is not German.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is it
Let's start
French?
over here?
No, it's not French.
I don't even.
Well-
I didn't even know.
French, like
Remember
Belgian?
the blue bottles that
It's
we had?
1664. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
1664. That was an alpha
none of
beer.
these are fucking prank beers either. Just I just can go ahead and. Tip
I'm like
that.
kind of
Okay.
expecting there to be an
Is-
LA Works beer in the
is
middle
this
here.
Australian?
No.
No.
Okay. Is this from Pilsen?
What? Isn't that
from the city
in
of Pilsen?
Germany?
No.
Czech
Czech
Republic.
Republic.
Oh, then no.
No. Is this from
Belgium.
Belgium?
Yeah. By
Okay.
process of elimination, you've nailed all the European beer nations.
Well, I mean, they're not. People of Belgium aren't known. So I bought.
Is this like a DuPont?
Let's just go ahead and tip it because you guys probably aren't going to guess. But
No, it's got a brown bottle, right? And it's a small brown bottle with a white label.
With the pelican on it?
yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
A Duvel?
No,
I mean, that's a
they're
brown,
known
brown
for.
bottle with a white
Is
label on it.
it a stubby bottle, like a short stubby bottle?
It is.
Okay. I know exactly what it is, but I can't think of it. It's
It
a
is-
fucking
It is Beersel
Beersel,
Lager
yeah. They're-
from Three Fontenaine.
yeah.
Oh,
I've had this recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a stubby bottle.
I don't know if I've had this
I was
before.
like, Three Fontenaine makes a fucking lager? We got to try that. That's
Like, I never would have
that sounds
guessed
They have a
that.
sour brown too, which is like, yeah, it was.
It's not
wasn't
bad.
good.
It tastes kind of like along the lines of a Czech Pils, I would say.
It's pretty good. I'd buy it. Yeah. It's not bad at all.
Like I said,
It's a
it
little
could
metallic.
Be, it could be old.
I
I'm
feel
like,
like it has a little bit of a Kolsch taste to it.
yeah.
There's like a
Very
there's like a wheat element that I'm picking up on there. But
on
maybe I just
Beer
read the-
Advocate, they list it as a Zwickel beer.
It's a pickle, so
so
that's the
unfiltered
haze.
Pilsner.
That also could be just what some asshole said because he looked at it and he's like, "Well, it's
Those
too
are
cloudy to be
pills. It's a
Pilsner."
Zwickel.
Yeah.
Actually,
All right. Well then, let's go on to beer number 2.
That was a tough first beer.
It
Like,
was. The other ones will be more. You guys will be more familiar with all the other beers.
Okay.
But they may be unreleased.
Now the pressure is.
I got this from a home brewer.
Yeah, the last show is all hazies.
Oh yeah.
Someone sent us like 7 beers from Virginia from one brewery,
Interesting.
Triple Crossing.
I haven't heard of them.
Neither have I. So
I haven't had a lot of Alvarado Street. I'd really like to try some of their stuff because they're one of the big breweries that's making hazy beer that uses the same yeast that we do. And so it's been a really hard marketing, like, or just conversation to have with people. You know, they come from Monkish and they're like, this beer doesn't taste like Monkish. And it's like, yeah, it's not Monkish. And they're like, it doesn't taste like Monkish. I'm like, all right, well,
That's
have you
so-
ever
yeah.
had a beer from another brewery that you've liked before? Do you like the taste of it? Yeah, no, it tastes good. Okay. Are you going to order another one? Yeah.
the patience it must take to like not just want to walk away.
Yeah,
You know.
I had a guy in the tap room one time. I was standing by we had a food vendor. I was standing up and he came up to me and I was talking to one of his friends and he didn't know who I was and he was like, "Man, this beer is garbage." And I was like, "Wow, that's a really strong word to use." And then I started talking to him and he still didn't know who I was. And I was like, "Well, what do you mean by garbage?" And he was like, and he said the same thing. He said, "Well, it doesn't taste like, he's like, the monkish beer that I had." And I said, "Oh, okay. So does it taste bad?" And he's like, well, no. I mean, like, what does it taste like? Well, it's, it tastes like citrus and like, it's got like, peaches and like kind of mango and like, well, okay, so how's the mouthfeel? Well, it's like really big mouthfeel, has a really good like finish on it.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and I was like, "Well, are you gonna order it again?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna take a 4-pack home." And I kept on talking to him. I kept on talking to him and I was like, "But you just said it was garbage." And he was like, "Oh, well, I have 2 ratings. I have fire or garbage."
Oh no.
And I was just like, "Oh man, like really? Like,
oh, here comes resilience.
Come on." I mean, because I take the feedback and I'm interested in like what a lot of these guys look, because these guys are waiting in line for 10 hours to get one of these beers, and we're just not a hype brewery like that, and I don't really want to be. We want to have a wide variety of beers on tap, but I do like to listen to see what people, if somebody picks up on something that I can't taste, like I'm interested in their feedback, but that was like one of the weirdest conversations I had. I was like, "Really? Garbage that you like to drink? Okay, all right.
Change your rating system, bro."
Yeah.
If it was fire, I'd buy a case.
Yeah.
So we're back with another liquid in our glass. This one's
wow,
looks like a
hazy amber.
Yeah, sort of like a hazy amber. Like it's
amber.
a deep gold
Amber.
I know it's got different shapes of bubbles.
I think I know the beer.
Go for it.
This one, at the very least, the
Alesmith Nut Brown.
No,
damn.
At the very least, the brewery should be familiar. I forget what style they're famous for, to be honest with you.
It's very rich malt.
Yeah,
malt character, kind of honey.
Honey biscuit. It's got like Munich malt. It's a little warty too. I would explain it as.
We have a country
raisiny
or a region of the world.
Are you already at the point where you need that?
No. We're still. I haven't even taken a sip yet.
What's wrong with you, Kip?
Are we still talking like?
I need to know.
It could be. Could be not.
I think that's a fair question.
What was the question?
International or not?
I would keep your scope as the whole world. Yes.
On the globe.
Well, that does help.
On the whole.
So it's not from Mars.
Let's talk about the bitterness of it.
Beer.
It's got like a gingerbread finish. I don't know if you guys like a spicy cinnamon clove thing.
God, I can't even tell you what style of beer this is.
Very very malty.
English.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe like a goose IPA.
It's like semi-dry-ish. I wouldn't see. Really?
I mean, there's an English.
I don't get it.
It's like an English IPA.
Really?
It's
I think
like a pretty profound bitterness.
It's so
to it.
richly malty.
Yeah, it's not an IPA. If it is,
it's really sweet on the back end. It's not balanced towards like.
That's what I say. It's like semi-dry.
It must be a Berliner Weiss.
Do you guys get like a tannic character out of it on the tongue, like up in the back a little?
Oh, what you're saying is DBA?
No.
Oh.
Well, I think that was. I mean, that's kind of what I was talking about with the hoppiness in the back.
Oh, so it's like probably something from England, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
No.
I'm gonna say it is not from England.
Oh wow. Okay.
DBA is a good guess, though.
That tannic. That was the clue.
And like the thickness.
And I was thinking something Burton on Trent.
UDBA?
UDBA? No.
Dick Butt Ale.
Let's go ahead and eliminate California from the contention here. It's not anybody there.
Fuck, man.
Like it smells like a beer I would have bought at Total Wine, not knowing what I was buying, and then I open it, and this is what I would smell and taste.
It's not like a Fat Tire or something of that genre.
No, it's too light to be Fat Tire.
I feel
too
malty.
color and maltiness.
If this is a hint, I feel like early on when I was getting into craft beer, this was a brewery that was always one of the ones that everyone's like, oh yeah, they're one of the ones you should try. Like not like they were like. It wasn't like they were super prominent, but it was like one of the ones where like the people in the know are like, oh, and they're good.
Have they ever collabed with Stone?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Not Rogue.
No.
It's a dead guy.
You only get one rogue per year. But that was last year.
Let's say this: they refer to this as an English style IPA.
Yeah, I mean,
is it North Coast?
No, he said no California.
California.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Who makes?
I'm going to
beer
tip it
outside of
because I
California?
remembered after I said it that the beer that they're known for is a completely different style. So it's not the one that you guys have probably had. The brewery is beer they're known for is a white ale.
Allagash?
No, think weirder.
Avery
Garden.
Avery. White
Avery.
Rascal?
That's a good one.
No, it's good, but no, it's not that.
Okay.
All
Damn
right.
it.
This is
White ale. What other white ale like breweries are there?
Oh, Pyramid. Yeah. Must be Pyramid.
you guys are in the
No.
wrong country.
Oh.
Oh, we're in the wrong
Oh,
country
all
now.
right.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for that.
Okay, can we get a country of origin?
that'll be the end of it.
No, it won't.
Oh,
Japan.
We're not, Japan? Oh, wow.
Is this
Okay.
Hitachino? This
Yeah.
is the red rice one? or-
Hitachino.
It's Hitachino
Jasmine.
Japanese Classic Ale. I remember the white is the one that they're actually known for.
Gotcha.
That's okay. Yeah, you're right. They're known for
Japanese
that.
beer.
You're right.
It is a
Oishida.
cedar aged English IPA.
Cedar aged. Man.
I was also
the-
right with what I said
I've
about
wanted to
finding
age
a
a beer
random
in
beer
cedar.
at Total Wine.
In the classic style, as they said.
This is probably the best I've had a Hitachino beer. Normally,
Yeah.
they're like just cardboard mess.
I just remember it was always like early on in my beer career, people were like, oh yeah, Hitachino, they always make good beer. You should have them. And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. And then like, yeah, they're always kind of meh. Just
It is kind of meh.
so
all right,
my
It's a big bowl
assumption
of
that
mash.
Jason was going to pay attention to freshness is completely out the window now. Because if you
doesn't
get a
matter,
beer
I
from
mean.
Hitachino Nest, like that's just a
It
shot
doesn't
in the
matter.
dark.
Be prepared for round 3 to be a non-alcoholic
All right.
beer.
The rest of these, no bamboozle. The rest of these are 100% breweries and styles that you've definitely had. You've had this specific beer, but maybe
Okay.
not in a year or two.
The
Wait,
bad
how
thing
many
with
are we
going,
doing?
There's a couple more.
Okay. All right.
the
We're
bad
just gonna
thing
keep
with
going
going
I
all
in,
have
day.
17.
Go for it.
the bad thing with going in blind is like you have to like if you don't stick to what people know, it's impossible to like
Yeah, you have to shop wisely.
guess.
Yeah.
You
You can't
know,
be like,
the first two beers. There's no way I would have ever guessed that.
Have you had
the
any of-
Beersel beer? No way. Like
I've
didn't-
even
I didn't
had it.
know
That
that
one
I've
was
had
existed.
aggressive. This one maybe.
Have
but
you had any of the spirits from those guys? They have a
Drip
distillery.
Fontaine?
No, Hitachino.
No.
They have a distillery attached to the brewery.
Is it sake based? Or,
They do have a sake, yeah. But
Sake
sake is
to me.
not. I mean, it's not distilled.
We should do a sake show.
Yeah,
I got to try that.
yeah. I remember that last time we had the sake. I had your homebrew.
Oh, yeah. God, that was fire, man. That was so
Yeah.
good. It aged really well.
I got to try that Dry Fontaine and Spirit that they made with. I forgot the story, but like something happened and a bunch of their beer was in barrels and it was going to go to waste, so they decided to just make a spirit out of it. Had it at Jesse's house, Jesse
Sweet.
Friedman.
Of course.
It was not bad. It was really really earthy, kind of weird.
Hmm.
Don't make spirits from goose.
I just tried. Kip would appreciate this. The Riders Blanc beer or Riders Blanc
Oh,
white
yeah.
whiskey. I
Yeah.
just cracked it. I have like a little bit left, and it's
Yeah.
really good now.
Was this the barrel aged one or the non-barrel aged one?
Non-barrel. It was white.
So Jason's back
I
with
never saw that barrel.
They did a barrel. They did a barrel version.
Jason's back. Sorry,
Jason's back with something slightly hazy.
Swamis.
Swamis.
So this is hazy. Hazy enough to ring the hide the bell.
Really? I don't know, man.
It's pretty hazy. I can't see my finger on the other side of the glass.
I really hope that's not the flavor you're expecting.
Yeah, this smells more like.
I don't think it's a clue that once you taste it, you're not going to think it's a hazy IPA.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
it's
it
not
is
an IPA.
hazy, but
This is a White Labs yeast file. Smack
wow.
pack from
So
my yeast.
lots of head on this thing. On the nose is a big fart of sulfur.
Very light though, like a yellow straw, almost like leaning towards white.
I get a
color.
white ale vibe, kind of like
Coriander.
with coriander.
And
Yeah,
some bitter orange peel.
yeah. A very classic, old school
Yeah,
kind of my first homebrew
Ooh,
recipe.
and then on the flavor is big
bubblegum.
isoamyl acetate, big old banana kick.
Yep.
This is more in the hef zone than a white.
Get in the zone. Half zone.
Now there's
Trustworthy.
Sorry. So it's a hef.
I would say this is Bavarian in some
Is this
sort.
Golden Road hef?
Yeah, have you tried the half?
I would say this is
Golden
from
Road, known for their traditional beer. Oh Lord!
I wouldn't know if I would put this in Germany just because
it has
of
a little
the
bit
fartiness.
It has a little bit more of the Belgian character to it than I mean it those two styles are very similar, but I feel like it has a little bit more of the Belgian quality to it.
Is this the Weinstefaner hef?
No,
No.
Is it Polliner hef?
no.
Franziskaner hef?
Is it Europe?
It's not white enough to
Chimay
be.
white?
It's
Is
not
it
white
the,
enough to be Hogarden. So
What's that one family that does the? It's
I think
German.
it's too flavorful to be Hogarden.
yeah.
What do you guys think the alcohol percentage is on this beer?
It tastes low, but since
Is
you're
it a
asking
Weizen?
with a smile on your face,
Oh, hold on.
Is this a triple?
is this a Weizenbach? Jason.
I'm not sure we've totally nailed the.
It is no.
Yeah, I think it tastes more Belgian to me.
Really?
But I don't know.
I'm still going German or Bavarian.
I get banana and bubblegum.
You're always going Bavarian over there,
Right?
Nagel. It tastes like beer
Racist.
from
Sorry,
the.
did you say it's not a hef?
It tastes like
Oh,
it is
maybe-
a beer from the fatherland.
Okay, Jason, is it a hef?
It is the finest beer from
All right,
Germany.
you're pulling
No,
me into the triple zone.
It's not a
It
hef.
is not a hef.
Yeah, I think it's a I
triple.
agree on that.
There is some booziness
That's why I
to
keep
it.
thinking it's Chimay white because Chimay gives off so much banana.
Yeah.
But
It's more of a
that'd be
triple
good
triple
call.
Carmelie though,
that's true.
which is super bubblegum.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my favorite Bieber song, Triple Carmelito.
Triple Carmelito. Is it triple Carmelie?
No.
Oh, dang.
Can we get them bottles? I've never
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah.
I've only ever had it like
The
in
big
that
bombers.
cool glass. No, it's
All
not
right,
that
country of origin is Belgium.
No.
Okay.
France.
South
This is like our
Is
worst.
it from Holland?
He's stumping us here,
No.
man.
What's funny is
It's American.
at some
though.
point today the brewery's
Oh, Allagash white.
been mentioned. Now it's a white ale?
Allagash triple.
We're just
Well, we said Allagash earlier. So I'm
Wait,
thinking-
hold on. What's that?
I said Allagash triple.
You got it.
oh
Yeah.
Great,
Oh,
got it.
all right.
Yeah.
And then they have the version. There's the Curio one as well, which is like the wood aged.
Yeah, fuck a bunch of that.
Curio. Yeah,
Sound like a pain in the ass.
I've had this beer before. It's been years.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's probably had Allagash triple.
What's the ABV? Like 9-ish.
It is 9%.
Yeah.
That's why you guys were all like, it's like a Hefeweizen. I was like, I don't
Dude.
think you guys realize how much alcohol is in this beer.
Yeah, until you taste it, and you exhale. You can. It's very well hidden though.
I think it was me jumping the gun.
It was fun
That was
to
me too.
hear.
Letting it sit. Yeah, you definitely get a bigger body,
Super heavy.
bigger booziness from it.
It was fun to hear you guys circle around all of the adjacent Belgian German styles to triple.
Well, the thing
Like all
about
the
it,
ones that are white that are not dark in color.
it was super cloudy though. I rang the hazy bell. Like, when's the last time you rang a hazy bell for a Belgian triple?
Good on you, Allagash.
They're like, how do we sell more triple? Let's make it hazier.
They can put that on the label.
Like,
Yeah, they
Four
gotta
Brewers ring the hazy bell.
you gotta put the
That was good.
keg upside down.
I've not had that in a while.
It's a
That
good
was
beer.
Delicious.
Yeah, I want to buy that. That's good.
it's got a lot of phenol, a lot of like the clove character and the banana bubblegum thing.
Yeah, it's tasty.
It's pretty intense and real spicy.
Really spicy.
finish.
Yeah.
Is spicy. You guys getting water?
Yeah.
Order. Oil can. Hey, at least I nailed one. We didn't go out with 0.
We started with Hefeweizen though.
It was super hefty though.
Yeah.
Nailed
they're very similar. They're very similar yeasts.
Oh yeah.
They're very similar. Yeah.
And maybe they do use a
They were probably the same yeast at one point, like the
Wow.
Belgian yeast and the German ones. They did for Hefeweizen anyway.
Mm.
They throw out like all the same flavors.
I didn't really pick up on a lot of spicy notes until it
Warmed
kind of
up.
like until I took a good sip. Here's a barrel.
Got a comment about the
I-
old NBT Brewing episodes on Patreon.
Yeah.
So far, this is my favorite Instagram beer glass with the can
The
or bottle.
Pyrex.
The Pyrex. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. No, I've listened to a couple. Like I think one of the last ones we did was my Oats and Hose IPA. Which the name,
I
remember
that one.
The name has changed because like I've evolved as a person, and then you listen to
Flip Flopper
parts of that show. It's like I wish I didn't say that.
Oats and boats. Hey, we all changed.
Jason's like whores are going to be offended when they come over.
Did I say that in the show?
You did.
Fuck yeah.
It's like shit. There's nothing wrong with being a whore.
So we got
some of my best friends are whores. We are all whores in our own way.
You motherfucker. What is this? So Jason's back with this. It looks like a
torture,
like a Munich dark lager sort of thing.
It's a raisiny colored beer.
Looks like a brown ale.
I'm just instantly going back to German.
This is raisin notes in the nose.
This has got to be a German.
It's another British mild,
toasty.
Very Munich
toast.
Wow,
smells like toasted bread.
Yeah, I'm getting the
smells like raisin bread.
It smells like a loaf of wheat bread.
Yeah.
It's like a Weizenbach.
Or like that brown. What do they call it? Is it squaw bread? The brown bread.
I fucking love squaw bread.
That's good.
It's like really dense and thick.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and like chewy.
I wasn't expecting.
I think
that
they
on
make
them.
it with eggs in some of the
Very
recipes, which sucks.
Very malty beer here.
Yeah.
I guarantee every one of you has had this beer more than once.
A little cardboardy.
A little bit.
Finish.
Big dark fruit.
Is this Corbinian?
No. Corbinian Holzer?
Corbinian Holzer, the Ducks player that doesn't play.
I have the jersey.
Corbinian's the Doppelbock from Mainz-Stefano, I think.
Did you say the Doppelbock? Like you slipped back into it. You're like, Corbinian is the Doppelbock from the fatherland. From the house of the Negros.
But it's got that Doppelbock character to it,
totally.
that toasted bread. It tastes like a beer you can drink through Lent and survive.
Yeah.
Is this a Doppelbock?
Legally, I believe yes. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And by not legally, I just mean yes.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, guys.
It's a chewy beer. It's a tongue coating, big mouthfeel. A little bit of a burn in the back from the alcohol, I think.
So,
that's good.
It does have a boozy nose.
What's the one with the
well,
goat on it?
Doppelbocks, all of them.
No, the little the little necklace that's on the bottle.
The one that's on that shelf right there behind Jason's head. The little goat hanging.
Spaten.
I don't know if you can see it.
Is this Spaten's Doppelbock?
Yeah.
Is this their something in Ador?
Spotinator?
Yeah. Spotinator.
Optimator.
Ah, yeah, you guys got it.
What?
Yay!
Nice.
I'm a proud German boy right now.
It is the Optimator. The beer that Greg Nagel has been drinking since he was 6 years old.
This is a little old.
What's the ABV on this?
Children's beer.
I think it's
like
8-ish,
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
It's 7.6. They call it a malt liquor. Wow.
Well, by law, I guess.
I think it's certain states has to be labeled that if you're over 5. All right, get in the next one.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was a great beer.
Green bottle.
We're on a roll.
Not skunked.
Not skunked.
Optimator.
Spaten.
Optimator.
Yeah.
Has anybody been
Corbinian's
to
really good.
Bamberg?
No.
What's
It's
that?
fun.
It's this.
Bamberg is at the place where they make the Schlenkerla and Spezial make the Rausch beer.
Smoky
The
lagers.
smoky lagers.
Nope.
You've had Schlenkerla before.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
But
It's,
the whole
it's
city
pretty-
isn't smoky beers, though.
Yeah, no, they've got like 7 or 8 breweries like within walking distance. It's pretty fun. 2 of the breweries make the smoked beer. It's actually like when it's really fresh, it's actually not as intense, and it's served with the food that they have at the little pubs they have. It's
Right.
pretty good pairing.
Pork knuckle.
Yeah.
You know
I
what's
gotta
funny?
say-
When I drink a fresh smoked beer, when I pee, I can smell smoke in my pee.
It's your
It's amazing.
asparagus, beer
Yeah.
asparagus.
Anyway, what were you saying?
No, I was the Firestone Walker thing. They serve food after they did a whole beer pairing.
Yeah, we
food
did a
thing.
Pills and Love thing. Their food was bomb.
And like, I don't eat meat, but I ate meat that day. So I was like, what am I going to say? Like, I'm sorry, I don't eat meat.
David
like,
Walker
you
hand
can't,
slaughtered
it's like
it, though.
a whole long table with 40 people.
Oh no, they cater
vegan
to
food.
vegetarians all the time.
I'm sure they do, but in
Yeah.
this instance, though, like everything was pre-made and whatever.
Yeah, I think next time though, like I think Kelly,
Here's
she
Brazilians.
can tell people beforehand, and they
Celebration.
do the vegetarian stuff's always really good.
Sure, yeah. I just, like I said, going into that, we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So, like, also it was like a good excuse to just eat some meat. Like, it's been like 3 years or 4 years.
Did you feel like
having some short rib was?
Did you feel like empowered after like
That slider
feel
tasted
like,
Honestly, I had some weird dreams that night. I don't know if it was because of the food,
Meat
but
dreams.
like
It
I
tasted
had
like
weird dreams.
beef stew in
meat
a
dreams all the
slider.
time. I thought it was just me.
But that's the only thing that happened. I didn't die.
Oh, wow.
So.
Greg's dreaming of meat spin every day.
Meat. I'm up to 459 times before I wake up.
Riding spinners.
So Jason's back with another beer. This is a pretty clear amber looking, like a deep gold, rusty colored,
Pine and
piney
crystal malt.
Yeah, so definitely got a lot of Sierra Nevada on the nose.
Got some paper on the nose. A little bit of oxidation.
Old hops.
So this beer does have a date on the bottle, and it is a best buy date, and this is before that date.
So who does the backwards?
I know.
ass backwards dating thing or a beer? Dating
I think you
thing?
have to get big enough to.
But it's not like a 2-year-old bottle that I pulled off the shelf. The best buy is like March of 2019.
This drink's kind of to me like a double bastard, something along those lines.
Yeah, it's pretty
big.
bitter.
It's
Yeah,
got the
big and
nose
bitter.
is like pine and caramel malt.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't put it as a
Like an American barley wine
it rides that line of like an old school.
or like a big double IPA.
I thought
from-
Bigfoot was my first guess, just looking in here.
Can we get a Bigfoot?
Really boozy.
Boozy.
Yeah, boozy, man.
Holy
Super
fuck.
boozy.
We've got Bigfoot on the table.
I'm breathing fucking fire.
Yeah.
It's not Bigfoot. No.
Was this a AleSmith beer?
No.
Mm.
Let's just go ahead and say it's not California.
Okay. Ooh, wow, that is fucking booze, dude. That is
so
pure.
hot.
I feel like fucking Puff the Magic Dragon.
I've drank 100 proof whiskeys that fucking don't hang on my palate this hot.
Exactly.
Would you say this is a beer meant for aging?
No.
Okay.
It says the best before.
It has a drink before date, and not
Well,
in.
I mean,
And not, let's just go ahead and tip it once more. Not in a Euro, like we have to put a best before date, so we put it 5 years in the future.
so they want you to try it fresh, quote unquote.
Yeah, fresh to some extent.
But it's American hopped.
Yeah, it's bitter. It's
Piney.
Piney. It's kind of caramelly.
Piney the Builder. No, I'm making stupid
You
guesses
said it's
just
not
to throw it.
California, so
Yeah, I know.
that doesn't fool us.
Also, I don't have to guess. I know what it is.
the glass just fools me.
Shit, dude.
It's really thick.
Well, see, the glass says 4 brewers. Is it 4 brewers?
Did you
Did you make
this?
it? Oh man!
I went out of the room. brewed
My
it up
glass
real
says
quick.
the brewery on it. So is this from the brewery?
Oh,
It is Humulus Lager. Actually,
Wow.
wow.
This is
buyout
just
really messed
straight
things
up
up.
booze and hops, man.
Booze and hops. The
I
new
like it, though.
John sequel to Oats and Hose.
Colorado.
man.
Colorado down to Pico? No, it's not Colorado.
Yeah. If it was Colorado, I'd guess Maharaja.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
can see
I
that,
was
yeah.
gonna say Avery.
Yeah.
Maharaja's kind of cloudy though.
I can see that.
That's
Unless
a
they started
weird.
filtering
Do they still? What they change that to as far as style goes? Didn't they change it to like an
No idea.
imperial red ale or something
Mm.
like 3 years ago?
Oh yeah,
I think they did.
Imperial Red.
No. They changed the
the
barley wine to an Imperial
Red.
Red IPA or
Got
something
it.
like that.
Okay.
Because people weren't buying it.
Oh man. I mean, I do that kind of stuff, but it makes me mad.
As long as people buy it and they enjoy it, like
So are we
I
correct?
hate
in,
myself when I do it.
American barley wine or
Not
It's an American
based on-
strong ale.
I mean,
It's a strong ale.
It's not probably far off from that based on
So
what
it's
it
a double
actually
IPA.
is, but yeah, that's not what it says on the bottle.
and it's one of those double IPAs that's a 10%er.
yeah.
It doesn't classify itself
It's
as
like
a
a
barley
West
wine
Coast
for sure.
style.
It's not
IPA.
California.
It feels like it's
Maharaja.
northeast if it's the U.S.
Mm.
But
What are
that's-
some synonyms
Is this
of
a rogue
Maharaja?
beer?
No,
Okay.
I'm not roguing you.
I don't
we
trust
haven't
you.
gone rogue.
Like you fucked us over once.
One
before.
time I brought a rogue
Well,
beer.
one time is all
I
it takes.
bamboozled you guys.
That's all it takes, man.
This is
This does
United
taste-
States.
Yeah.
All right.
It does taste like what Rogue would do as an IPA, though. It is exactly like double
Classic
Dead
brewery.
Guy Ale.
Oh, That would have been a good guess too. So I guess it's not that.
It's not Rogue.
But
Yeah, we've already.
It's from
that.
Sierra Nevada's North Carolina.
Pranked motherfucker.
Dang.
how
about does Victory make a barley wine? No,
they do. But I think it has a bird on the label.
Oh,
like
I don't think you can buy
an
it
eagle
anymore,
or something. Is it?
I'm not sure.
Is
this a Victory beer?
No.
Is this an Avery beer?
No.
They said no Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah, Colorado and Cali are out.
Let's just say it's not from a state that you'd think of as a place that makes IPA.
That does.
Nebraska.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was like,
Okay.
This is
Washington?
Indiana?
Washington?
Texas.
Just start naming the states.
No,
Alabama.
I'm thinking of
I
states.
just want to
that-
see how long. Just keep doing this. Keep going.
Alaska,
New York.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
I'll let you know if you hit it.
North Carolina.
Just start doing the fucking the Animaniacs thing.
Is
where
this
just names all
a
the
shipyard
states.
beer?
Florida.
This is a shipyard beer.
No, I don't think you guys are gonna get it.
No,
but
okay.
I bet you've
Give
had
us
it.
give us another clue of what
yeah,
state.
clue. Give us a state.
Let's just say this brewery is pretty well known for their label art. They have like a famous artist that does a lot of their
it's
label
fucking
art.
flying
Flying Dog.
Ah, shit.
this is like-
too big of
It's
a tip.
the bitch beer.
It's too big of a
This
tip.
Raging Bitch.
Raging bitch.
No.
No.
Pearl Necklace.
Double Dog. Oh god, I never would have guessed that.
It is the Flying Dog Double IPA.
Yeah, I don't drink much from.
I've never had
from
it.
Man.
Flying Dog.
I don't think
I
I've had
feel
this
like
This is
before.
a hot mess.
Nobody
too.
drinks much from Flying Dog
This
now,
is
but
not.
I feel like 7 or 8 years ago they were like in a regular rotation. People
They
bought
were.
them a lot.
And I'm sure they still sell well. But
They have a weed beer coming out.
Not-
in Maryland,
with me.
maybe. All right, one more.
One
Did
more?
you guys have the Hemper from
No.
New Belgium?
oh yeah, that shit was fucking.
Plant matter?
It's dank on your palate for the next like 6 hours.
Dude, I opened it and I did a review on YouTube in this
Yeah.
room with the door closed, and my girlfriend walked in. She's like, "Why does it smell like weed in the house?" And it was open for a minute, and I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
dude, smell this beer." She's like, "Yeah, I can fucking smell it. It's so insanely
called?
Yeah,
Hemperer.
Emperor.
Never heard of
It's
it.
made with hemp.
New Belgium. Apparently it took a couple years for them to get through the red tape of
Yeah.
just using hemp in the beer. But it's so dank.
hempy.
Shit
in
smells
the-
like weed, dude.
Oh man,
I'm surprised you missed that beer, Greg. It's a really good beer. It's just super aromatic.
but like it
Whenever I
really
see
it
new-
hangs in your stomach and in your system for a really long time. So like number of hours like after I had it, it was just like I'd breathe out and I'd be like, whoa,
I've kind of written off New Belgium in a way. Like, I don't know. I just don't. There's
I don't
so
think
much
you
good
should.
local beer.
I don't think you should.
No, I mean, I like their
I still
beers.
like their sour stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Lawfully is really good.
Eric Salazar left.
Yeah,
I think Lauren's still there, but yeah, sucks he left.
she's great.
Yeah, she's pretty smart.
Going in blind.
maybe he posted the picture before.
Going in blind. Here's Death by Coconut.
It's a Northwest IPA.
Look at the froth on this beer. So
It's a
Jason's
hazy
back with
brute Northwest IPA.
Jason's
stout,
back with
a
his
dark beer,
his fourth beer.
lactose
with
milk
like
stout.
2 fingers ahead. Maybe he like just aggressively poured it and shook it on the way here.
He poured it like
Oh.
he poured it in Basque cider tradition.
It was kind of a heady beer. It was a heady topper. It's heady topper.
It does have a heady top to it.
I had a Heady Topper
Heady Topper Dark.
2 nights ago, and it was
I don't
bad.
see.
Heady topper Dunkel.
Yeah, Dunkel.
I don't see any highlights going through the glass whatsoever.
Take all the foam, Brian.
Yeah.
Very roasty stout.
It smells hoppy. You get like citrusy, piney hops.
So you're saying Escondido-ian.
Smells like a black IPA.
It is super dark. It has like a
Is this Wookus?
nougat colored head.
nougat. Lots of different
It looks like
shapes
the
of bubbles.
inside of a Milky Way. Yeah, various bubble shapes.
So it's not the black Metallica stout, right?
no
Okay, good.
classic styles. These are
Well,
all
coconut.
classic beers.
Not coconut, but cocoa on the nose. Dusty cocoa.
Just cocoa.
Maybe a
Black
little bit of
IPAs
cocoa.
is not a classic style in your book.
little cardboardy.
Is it in brewing classic styles? That would
I'm
be,
actually
that would
not
be a
sure.
good going in blind where it's like literally I want to take like BJCP, like they're actually in the BJCP guideline for the style. That'd be a fun one.
So if it's not a black IPA, then it's a heavily hopped.
This is a
stout.
black IPA.
IPA.
I can't remember the last time I've seen.
Do you mean a
black
Cascadian Dark Ale?
Yes, this is
The black
CDA.
metallic
Oh,
stout.
Wookie Jack, and then didn't Firestone release?
Yeah, what did I go to a fucking
Wookus.
time machine to go get a black IPA? Like,
The black metallic stout that Stone put out alongside the Metallica beer they put out, that's a black IPA.
does anyone actually make a regular release black IPA anymore?
I don't think so.
Like, I think Firestone did like a throwback version on there. I
Yeah.
saw when I was looking up the fucking Leo versus Ursus. They did one.
Yeah, it was called Wookus.
Yeah, good job.
It was actually really good.
Was it? Good.
Yeah.
very cardboard
Very
finish.
cardboardy.
So maybe you did go in a time machine.
I did have a Cascadian Dark Ale with CBD when I was in Portland. I was like, this is the most Northwest thing ever. It's a CBD CDA. Fuck yeah, I gotta buy this.
It's like raining outside, and a guy with like a plaid shirt comes in with a Christmas tree behind him and
Right.
axe overs.
It fucking ruled.
All right.
I've never been able to tell if CBD makes a difference, but I've always had it when I've had 15 beers. So it's like, I don't know, I just got shit
So,
faced.
what's the country of origin here, Greg?
Yeah, I'm saying American
Yeah, it's from America.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or Mexican. I don't know. Could be from Tijuana or something.
What?
Baja.
there's-
Baja.
There's Baja breweries.
Obviously.
that are.
American or Mexican.
After sipping this beer like 2 minutes ago, I still feel like I'm breathing like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Like my breath is like dark chocolate. I'm like, I feel like I could breathe on someone and it'd be like chocolate, except for they're like, it smells like gross beer, you fucking monster.
This is a tough one. It smells like a black IPA, but it doesn't taste like a black
Yeah.
IPA.
It's
It's got
real
like
cardboardy.
it's got that
before.
piney hop aroma.
What if I said it's not qualified as an IPA even a little bit?
I'm sure it's not. I'm just saying I get like that vibe from the aroma,
It's like
but
an American stout.
it tastes like a stout, like a very hoppy stout.
I mean, it's a stout. Just say that.
Okay.
It's a stout. It's an American stout. This isn't like an Oregon brewery.
Nope, they're not from Oregon.
That's why I said it's not.
Are they from Colorado?
No. We're doing this one again.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it from California?
Yes.
All right.
The
Now
first
we're
beer
going
we don't
somewhere.
start with California beers.
Yeah.
That's right. I fucking butt hooked you. All non-California beers to the last.
Is this in a can?
No.
Okay.
So far, the theme of all of Jason's beers have been bigger breweries.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So a bigger California brewery.
These are probably beers that most of our listeners, no matter where they're from, are familiar with.
Okay.
Is this Rootin' Tootin' Old Rasputin?
Old Rasputin!
Is that what it is?
Yeah!
Oh shit.
Rootin' Tootin'.
Rasputin!
Oh man.
It's got that
God,
telltale
it has
cardboard.
been so long since I've had this
Me
beer.
too. Me too.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of
at-
blowing my mind.
You know what
actually.
gave it away is that it's hoppier than I remember, but the
It's way
ashiness of
hoppier
it.
than I remember it,
Yeah, I mean
I don't remember that.
my
Yeah,
mental
same.
image of this beer is probably 3 times as dark
and thicker.
and thicker.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and I feel like his face would be in the foam, like regardless of like where.
Duh. Just fucking hiding
That
out there.
was
Wow.
Man,
Surprising.
I
Rootin'
don't.
Tootin'.
I actually like it better this time than the last ever I've had it. But
It's just kind of stale-ish finish for me.
yeah, it does.
It's so stale.
Killing
It does
me.
taste old. Now that
It's old.
in context, we're talking about it.
Old
yeah.
Rasputin.
All right, gentlemen.
Well, that was
That
fun.
was
Jason.
fun, man.
Going in blind is
Blind is fun.
That
of the
cardboard.
best things we do on this podcast.
nobody was faced with their worst fears and forced to
Should
kill
do one
themselves.
where you put them all out there, like 4 of the same kind of style of beer or something like that would be fun.
Oh, we've done that.
Have
Like
you?
the last one
Showdowns.
we did, I think it wasn't a Pilsner.
That might have been the last one we
The
did.
Pilsner Showdown was 24 Pilsners.
Oh wow, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys go to the Pil? I mean, you were at the Pills and Love,
Yeah.
right?
I was in
Hey, John
Oregon.
and I went.
I wanted
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, I loved that festival. I thought that was really cool. I mean, those are such delicate beers to be able to put them
Such a
side by
nuance.
side. You really get the nuance.
When we've done the same style showdowns, what we'll do is we'll actually rate them all blind, and
Yeah.
then we
Scale of 1
reveal-
to 100.
And
That's cool.
And then we average all of our ratings and then reveal based on bottom to top which ones we rated the highest and see who won.
And we usually nail Firestone's at the top.
I think the Pilsner Showdown, second place was Sudwerk Pills, and then first place was Weinstefaner Pills. So it was like,
that sounds fun.
Validated.
Yeah,
we know what we're doing.
Well, like halfway through, we're like, we were starting to hone in on this like minty character, and that fresh hay, and some sort of like in a balance between that. I think that was our idea.
Yeah, the blind shows where we do one style are so
we just
fun.
hone in on things that
Like-
you normally would never taste in a
And
beer.
you just get to have all this, like all of this raw discussion about the beers as they come in, and you don't know what you're like drinking, and it's just like your honest
I
opinions
think
on these beers.
as a brewer, I think that's what you should be doing with your staff all the time: is presenting 10 beers, throw yours in the mix, and then just get honest feedback, scale of 1 to 100. Just gut feel. Don't make it super scientific, and just get anonymous feedback that way. And then okay, our beer is number 4 or whatever, and we did okay, or we need some work here, or we found some quality that we weren't looking in our beer, and maybe we'll introduce that into our future batches to improve. Or
that's a staff requirement, I think, for Firestone, right? They make everybody do those blind tastings like regularly.
Yeah, but cool. I think it's only, is it with other breweries' beers? Because I think that is the key, right? So it's like if you just get a bunch of Pilsners, if you're brewing a Pilsner, get a bunch of commercially available Pilsners and put them blind in front of you. It is a fun way to stack up where you fit.
Yeah, and like Pivo did really well, right? I mean, it's like...
Yeah, I forgot where it came out, but
in the top 5.
It's interesting to see when we do those, though, how a lot of the traditionally accepted, like, top of the heap tend to kind of go lower. Like, Cantillon Classic Goose did really bad in our Goose Showdown.
Yeah.
It was, like, towards the bottom of the whole field.
But we always
in
came
the
out with...
Mexican Lager, Corona did really bad.
Yeah, we did a Mexican Lager Showdown.
Yeah.
What's fun with those is coming out with beers that are like aha beers. Like we fell in love with Bitburger after that, and it's like such a good.
We
value.
all buy Bitburger now. Like on
That's
the
awesome. It was like in our top 5. We're like, damn, that's a really good fucking Pilsner for.
This is $4.99 at Trader Joe's. Why am I not buying this more?
And the pints are like 18.2 ounces or something like that. Like the cans are pretty big. You get like a lot of beer for that $5.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a great beer.
Dope.
All right, well, thanks, Jason. That was really fun.
What do we have coming up next week, John?
Next week, we're doing a bunch of hazy IPAs from Virginia, from listener Josh D. out of Virginia. He sent us 7 hazies from Triple Crossing Brewing Company, and we're going to do 4, I think, on the show, along with another beer from LA Ale Works. So
sweet.
That pill is going to be getting some use next episode.
Could have used more cowbell.
So if you want to find 4 Brewers online, go to 4brewers.com. You can go to all of our social medias from there, and everything you want to find is there. Go to supporttheshitoutofit.com to give us all of your money. Follow us on Twitter at 4Brewers Show. Follow us on Instagram at 4Brewers. If you want to subscribe to us on Twitch, we are at twitch.tv/4Brewers. If you want to watch the live streams of our sessions, you can watch them there, or also watch them at 4brewers.com/live. Leave us only 5-star reviews on iTunes, and if you have something bad to say, email us at feedback@4brewers.com and brew the shit out of it.